So here it is. I'm going live, and now this is the next step. So this is what these people are doing, and I always wondered how they did it. However, I'm live now, and now I'm in this camera right here at the corner, bottom right, and then going to take help of the slides that I made a few years ago, but they are still relevant. And I'm going to have this short presentation going live and going to present these slides. And so therefore, let's see how I do. And so with that said, here I am. And so this is the first slide, how to start a conversation and make friends. And so here I'm making you friends and talking about this topic as well, and see how I do with this. All right, next slide. So introducing newer topics to, who do we introduce newer topics to? Strangers and relatives. Okay, it's very easy to talk to strangers. With the relatives, there are judgments, so they may or may not understand us, but it's easy to talk to strangers according to me. I don't know how you feel, but here we go. Next one. So if we talk to strangers, soften is what we should remember, and it will become a lifestyle. S for smile. So here I am smiling. Here it is. Okay, I don't know if it was good smile or not, but here it is, continuous smile. O for open arms, and so I will show open arms even during this presentation. And when you talk to strangers, you see the right green, so the left and the right is to not to do, fold your arms versus open arms. S-O, F, what is F? Forward lean. So see, if I'm going back, you will not be able to connect with me. But if I lean in, not getting into the personal space of this camera with you, as long as I'm there and leaning forward, I'm able to connect with you better. So even in your conversations with people, you try to lean in forward once in a while, and whenever they're telling something to you, you lean in forward. So that is a style of active listening as well. So this slide gives you two illustrations here. The next one, then the proper touch. So you see the president of the US with the Prime Minister of India at that time. And so a personal professional touch is very important. SOFT. What is E? E about? E is a proper eye contact. And so you see the proper eye contact, not a challenging eye contact. So on the camera, I'm talking to you. It's a proper eye contact. And if I look down, if I look somewhere else, I will not be able to connect with you as much. So with a proper eye contact, I'm able to do. Next one is nod. So soften, N is nod. When you nod, so then people nod with you and they would be in agreement with you. You agree? All right, next one. So ways to start conversations. So make some positive, light-hearted comment. You guys are doing well. Good to have you here. Ask a close-ended or open-ended question. You gotta get better at that. And open-ended is how and what will you do. Close-ended is yes or no question. So based on the conversation, you can ask either open-ended or close-ended question. Offer a compliment, a true compliment. If they are wearing good shoes, you can ask them about it. Introduce yourself. Hey, proper eye contact with a physical touch. How you doing? Reveal your goals, by the way. Very important. When you reveal your goals to strangers, there are always people, I don't think there is any exception, they're willing to support you with your goals, particularly with strangers, if not with your relatives. Relatives know you by now, but that's a judgmental thing. Strangers will not judge you. They want to support you. Reveal your goals to them. Don't hesitate. I don't hesitate. My next goal here, I'm telling you on live, my next goal is to be able to program OBS, so I will be able to give some dynamic effects even during the presentation. That's my next goal. I'm telling you that. Next one, the remembering names, to be able to connect, and I will have a chat going here on the side later on, and so I'll be able to look at the chat on the side and be able to say those names of the YouTube handles and or the actual names that appear in the chat. How would I remember those names? That's where a lot of people have challenged. But we can overcome the challenge. The first second, just focus on the moment of introduction, and then don't think about what to say. Then repeat the name aloud. Number three, and when you think of someone that you know, you associate them with this name, and so there is, you attach emotion with their name. Then you will be able to remember the name. Next one, keep the conversation going. Talk about people, places, give some free information, etc. About, whatever comes to your mind, but with some relevance. As well as you can share some common interests if they like hiking or biking. So talk about that. That keep the conversation going. And everyone has a hard button. So by now, when you've been talking to them, you'll be able to understand what their hard button is. It could be anything: sports, health, gym, exercises, diet, relationships with people, even politics, but that could be controversial. But there are hard buttons, and you press the hard button once in a while and keep the conversation going. Very important. So you see the hot, red hot right here in the middle in the slide, and then you get your ideas across to them, try to relate with them better and get their feedback on those, and then you end your conversation gracefully. And very important, when you end the conversation gracefully, step 4, you say the name, and then you say that let's talk again soon. You set an expectation, when are we going to meet next. So you here on this live, I'm going to say that the next live is going to be either tomorrow, or it's a daily live or a weekly live at a certain time, and I will see you at that time. It's very important. And then 50 ways to improve your conversations. You can go over this. I'll send you this PDF as long as you have signed up. But some of the red colors, number 18, tell others something interesting or challenging about what you do. Greet people that you see regularly. Number 23 here on this list, make an effort to help people if you can. And then let others play the expert. Be humble before them. Let others play the expert. You guys are doing great, and so just let them play expert and get their opinion. Don't use the word you when you mean I, particularly when it's a negative sentence. You can say if I were that stupid, and don't say if you were that stupid, then you won't do it. No, if I were that stupid, I won't do this thing. Etc. etc. So use the word. Don't use the word you. Use the word I. When it's a negative sentence, people like that. It makes more impact. It is more influential. Look for positive in those you meet. Take time to be cordial with your neighbors and co-workers. I have really great neighbors, so that's really, really great. I thank God. And number 50 here, when you tell a story, present the main point first and then add all the supporting details. People like it that way. Don't tell a whole essay or a paragraphs after paragraphs and then tell them the bottom line. I start with the bottom line at all times, and then I go on, and so that makes a great impact, and it's a long lasting impression on them, and they be able to remember what you share with them. And so this is where we will conclude with what are the 10 powerful phrases. Use them liberally. I do. And don't be afraid to use it. Use these phrases. They are difficult as to become a lifestyle, but say, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, you can do it, I believe in you, I'm proud of you, thank you, I need you, I trust you, I respect you, and based on the relationship that you have, I love you. So that love is with respect. That's what I'm talking about. Makes an impact. These are 10 powerful phrases. And just remember that to have a friend, you have to be a friend. All right, friends, so I end this live right now. And remember, we will meet Friday at 2:30 Eastern Time every single week, and make it a point that you show up, and you will get these quick tips and quick presentations. I'll send you these slides as well every single week, and they have helped me, and therefore I see myself qualified to share them with you. See you next Friday, 2:30 Eastern Time in the afternoon. All right, bye now.